Oh yeah, we've been getting shade. People have been shading us.
I like that comment. I think you should have kept that comment.
I know.
That was such a
I don't know why I deleted it.
What was it?
It was, why is it that every generic gay...
These people are jealous.
You're
Obviously. You're just
jealous.
I genuinely think anyone that has a problem with it is hiding something.
Yeah. Nicknames for co-workers, which are like coded, so they don't know that you're talking about them. Motion light.
Oh my god.
Hi, Fifi.
Hi.
How are you?
Oh, do you know what that reminded me
What?
of? That comment. I was like, why?
Oh yeah, we've been getting shade. People have been shading us. We've released a couple of episodes now.
Yeah.
We're excited. Everything's going up. But a few abusive things. I mean, to be honest, I found it quite funny.
I like that comment. I think you should have kept that comment.
I know.
That was such a
I don't know why I deleted it.
What was it?
It was, why is it that every generic gay that has a podcast sounds like an NPC?
NPC.
Yeah.
Is that non-playable character?
Yeah. Like in GTA,
That
the
is
ones
so
that
good.
like
Why does
walk
every
around.
gay person on TikTok
We
sound like an
do.
NPC? Because it's cool.
We're so cool. We
That was
think
good. The other one was mean though. There were a couple of people.
You still haven't told me what the other one said, but I feel like it's going in on me.
It is going on you. That's what I said.
Can you tell me what it is?
No, I don't want
On
your
here,
live
we-
reaction.
That I'd like to hear.
What, your live reaction?
Yeah.
Savs.
Guy, tell me.
Savage. It was a comment posted, so I don't get how your one came up as like a
One that
allow
you-
it or not.
Yeah.
It basically said it's horrible. But this is why I said we have to just know that these people are jealous.
You're
Obviously.
just jealous.
Like you're jealous. You're pathetic. No, I'm just kidding.
Or we're
But-
just embarrassed.
No, but seriously, like I just feel like you just have to carry yourself like Beyonce.
Yeah.
Because you basically are.
Exactly.
And then like when you just don't give a fuck about anything and you're just like, ta-da, this is who I am, and just like really, really feel that.
Yeah.
Genuinely, those kind of comments just don't phase you, honestly. Because
Yeah.
like people can say anything they want. I mean, I know I'm beautiful, but they can say anything they want about my eyes being too closed, my nose being pointy, my psoriasis all over my scalp and my elbow. Like they can say anything. And I just know I'm that fucking bitch.
You
Like I
are
just,
that fucking
but I
bitch.
genuinely know it. But you
Yeah.
helped me get there. But I genuinely know it. Like smart and funny.
Pretty.
I'm
Lovely
smart
hair.
and pretty and I have brain cells. Okay, anyway, so the comment is,
Yeah.
look at the gnashes on that.
No! Oh my god! I'm getting my teeth done. I'm getting my fucking teeth done.
The thing
That
is,
is hilarious.
The thing is,
oh my god! Do you know what's really funny about that? If that's someone that we know, I think I know exactly who that is. If it's a random person, then maybe it's someone random. I mean, I think that
I don't
comment's
know.
quite funny.
Yeah.
But there's one person I know that specifically used the word gnashers when talking about my teeth.
Tell me, we'll bleep it out or we'll cut this bit out. No way.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
They always used to say that.
Yes, okay, your teeth have gaps in it. Get over it. Like, they're still nice teeth. But they are nice teeth. And they do... Oh, speaking of, we got them cleaned. We got those cleaned because of that comment.
Yeah.
No,
Not
but-
affected.
No, it's fine. Like, they're just jealous. So jealous. No, but if I looked like you, I just would not give a fucking shit.
Shut up,
I am
shut up.
so serious. Like, I would just not give a shit. Like, you have beautiful hair, beautiful eyes, beautiful nose, beautiful mouth, beautiful gnashes. I was you, I'd just walk around naked all the time and be like, yeah, be jealous, bitch. And people just hate on you because you're literally like a stuck-up whore. Like, you don't message people, you're busy all the time. I mean, you are actually busy, but like, you work for celebrities, like, you're busy, you're just like, but you don't talk about it and people know it, and so they get really envious. And so keep commenting, bitch.
Cheating, bitch.
But yeah, we got our teeth
Talking about
done.
teeth, yeah.
Yeah.
What happened?
Well, you tell me your experience, and I'll tell you
Okay,
my
yeah.
experience. We had the same
We
person,
did.
yeah.
So we got our teeth cleaned at hygienist the other day, which was fun. It was cute.
It was super
She
cute.
was scraping. Felt a little bit uncomfortable, but it wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
A little bit passive aggressive.
Oh,
Not
you
gonna
felt that
lie.
too?
A little.
Okay,
She was
then.
a little bit like, hi. But then
she was just a bit annoying because like I went in and again she's really smiley. Then I was like, okay, sat down and she was like, have you been here before? And I was like, yeah, I had like a appointment like last year. I know I'm naughty. It might have been over a year ago, whatever. And then she was like, it's not in the system. And I was like, oh, interesting. I was like, well, this is my dentist. Like, this is where I come. I was like, I have had a hygienist before, like another place, like a Bupa place, but it was expensive because it's like, it was private. And then I was like, but usually I come here. And then she's like, no, you've only had like an x-ray and you've only had a fill-in, like blah, blah, blah. And I was like, no, like I've definitely come here. Like, it was upstairs. I remember, like I got my teeth. Why are we having this conversation? Like just clean my fucking teeth. And it was literally like the Brides Wars.
I was just thinking that
like,
Bridesmaids.
some people change.
Some don't.
But what if you don't change? But if they're changing, they're always changing. Like it was literally that. I was literally just like, just fuck off. And then she was like, when she was cleaning my teeth, like I just felt she was in a rush. And I was like dying. And I was
because when I did it, I was like, I said the same thing as you. I was like, oh, can I spit? And she was...
You always thought
I was like, shut up. I was like, oh, can I spit? And she's like, we're running a little bit behind. I'm like, that's your fault though.
Yeah.
Like you're 15 minutes late to getting my teeth done.
Yeah.
So.
And the cheek of it, I mean, I was before you, so it was like because of me. But I was 10 minutes late going in, as in they kept me waiting 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Rude. But I was like, if I was 10 minutes late, you just cancel my appointment. Like how it's so annoying with stuff like that where you have to just wait and be like, oh, okay, never mind. Anyways, she's then like, relax your tongue. I'm like, I don't know how to relax my tongue because my tongue is following wherever the fuck you're going in my
your
mouth.
Your tongue is meant to follow.
Yeah, like when you brush your teeth, like my tongue's always like, hello, yeah, where you going? Oh, get up. Like, and so when she's cleaning it, like, my tongue is following the fucking thing. So I'm like, and she's like, relax your tongue. I'm like, I actually don't know how to relax my tongue. Like, relax your tongue. Like, like, what do you do? Everyone, relax your tongue. Like, what do you do?
Do it with us in 3, 2, 1. Relax.
And then she was like, relax your top lip. She was like, so she was
like, because you're trying to pull it up here. But
no, she's telling me to open it wider.
Okay.
And then he's like, relax your top lip. So open your mouth really wide and relax the top lip. Yeah, like how do you do it? Anyway, they got cleaned and everything's beautiful now and sparkly. So
cute. Well, what have we been up to, Fufi? Stop brushing your teeth.
Yours.
Why is that?
The panic on your face when you were like, oh, is it?
Can you hear that?
Mine's better.
No,
mine's better.
Mine's better. So what have we been up to?
What have we been up to?
Yeah. Where have we been?
Oh, it's so long.
Tropical
Well,
destinations.
I've got a little hint on my tip. A little hint on my left. Is it my left tip? Yeah. Kuta, Bali. We didn't go to Kuta.
Yeah.
We didn't, did we?
No, we didn't.
No, we did.
But it was cute anyway.
You've been before.
I did go before, and now we went back.
Are we inserting pictures and stuff?
And we're going to pop them.
You dropped the picture. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You can't do boo-boo at the same time. Who are you going to cut to and show the pictures? Boo-boo. Boo-boo. Okay, that's enough pictures.
Okay, yeah. So it was really fun. I've kind of forgotten everything that's happened.
I know.
It doesn't feel like we actually went.
No, but
we
what
booked
is that?
this a year and a half ago.
What is that though? Like
I think it's
holiday
been quite
amnesia or something. Like
busy.
it's weird. Okay, so you went to Bali before, and you went to Yoga Barn and stuff like that. And what we found cool is this time, like before we met, he had just finished his New Zealand stint, and then he did 2 weeks, almost 2 weeks in Bali before he came home and before he met me. Yeah. Like literally, like the day before he was in Bali.
Oh yeah, because I flew back straight here and I met you a week or two after.
And we met, and he told me all about Bali, and then we were there together.
Because we said we wanted to go. So we were there for about 10 days. The flight on the way out wasn't too bad. A little bit of turbulence. You were good on the way in. Like, I don't think you were that nervous or anything like that. Like,
I feel like that was the time when I was like...
On the way back.
Oh, was it?
On the way back is when that happened. But we'll get to that.
Okay.
So we landed. It was at midnight. Dying for a cigarette.
Oh, yeah.
That was lovely after an 18-hour flight.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then... we got like a taxi and we were staying in a place called Nusa Dua.
Yeah,
and we stayed at Sadara, which was such a beautiful hotel. It was we were stressed because we thought it was going to rain the whole time because we looked at the weather on the way up and
Thunderstorms.
It was like,
And we were flying through a thunderstorm.
Yeah, we did. And we were just like, what's going on here?
Which was beautiful.
We fell asleep that night and then all we could hear was rain. And we were like, oh my God, we've flown all the way from England to here and it's just fucking raining and thunderstorms. Luckily, that didn't happen the whole way through,
it was
which
good weather.
Good. But it was so nice. It was such like a chilled, relaxed like trip in that section. We went to like this turtle like sanctuary. I'm gonna say sanctuary. It was not a fucking sanctuary.
No, it was a turtle farm.
It was nasty.
But yeah,
like we went on like a boat trip to it, and we were like, "Oh my God, it's so cute." The woman at first, I was like, "Okay, she seems like quite nice." Da, da, da. And there's all these like baby turtles in this shallow little like
teeny,
cage
tiny,
thing.
cute, but
and then they had like turtles all had like rips out of their like shells, and we were like, "Okay, I don't really understand why it's like this."
They'd been attacked.
Yeah. And then as we were going round, it was almost like different things. They had like bats there. Right next to like a little like raccoon thing.
No, that was that thing that shits coffee.
Yeah. But whatever nasty bitch first thought, I'm going to have coffee from this little raccoon's ass and eat it is weird to me.
Eat my shit.
Yeah, literally. But who would think that? But apparently it's like one of the most expensive coffees in the world. But
it had the animal and then it had bats and then it had a snake with tape around its mouth. And as soon as I saw that,
I saw the bat, I was like, contagion. I was like, this is literally how COVID started. This is like the start of every pandemic.
But when I saw the snake mouth thing, because Sister Sam, was loving it because she wasn't really aware of what was happening.
Yeah.
And then she even was like, wait, why is this happening? Because it was sold so fakely. It was like, oh, come and, you donate and these turtles will have a better life. But really, they're just capturing these turtles, forcing them to be born and bred there. It's a turtle farm. Like,
yeah.
And I was just like, this is disgusting and horrible. I hated it. And then afterwards, it was really funky. And then Sam adopted a turtle. Then we were like on the boat on the way back, and then she like released it into the sea, and then she was like, "Bye, turtle, have a lovely life." Like all this cute message, and then it just went, whoosh, and it looked like it went straight into the edge.
We're gonna pretend that it didn't die.
But it didn't. It didn't go in. But it looked like it. And then we were just like, "Oh no!" And I was like, "Well, I don't know what's worse, being in the farm or being in the engine."
Yeah,
like,
we probably just made its life worse.
Yeah. And then that part was fun, and then we went to Ubud.
Ubud was lovely.
Ubud is good.
We stayed in this like hotel. I don't even know if you call it a hotel. It's kind of like
it was like a huge
these different like
hotel.
and it's got like different tracks that run around. It's kind of like in the rice paddies. It's got those like palm trees all over.
And then we went to
So I went to Bali 8 years ago, just before we met, 7 years ago. And when I went to Ubud, I stayed at this homestay. And there was this lady there, and I couldn't remember her name, but I knew the kind of area where it was. And I was like, so we went to Yoga Barn, which is like this yoga place. I know, basic bitch shit. However, it was nice.
It was
and
nice.
I felt so zen.
It was very basic though.
And as we were walking out, I was like, I feel like this is the area where I stayed before. So we were walking. I went into one homestay and I was like, no, I don't think this is the right one. And then we went back into one on the other side and I was like, oh my God, this is the place. The same lady was there. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, you're not going to remember me because I'm sure you have a lot of people coming here. I was like, but I stayed here 7 years ago. Now, for background of this story, okay, one of my favorite movies is Eat, Pray, Love with Julia Roberts.
I always get that wrong way around.
I know, where she goes to Italy, India, and Bali. When she goes to Bali, which is one of my favorite bits there, she goes to a healer called Wayan. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh my God, it's amazing. We watched it about 10 times when we were there for the 2 weeks. Amazing. I was talking to her. I showed her the pictures of like the place. She was like, oh my God, that's crazy. Da, 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 da. That's so cute.
Yeah, she was cute.
And I was like, what was your name? And she's like, oh, my name is Wayan.
Me and Josh teared up. I don't know what came over us. Maybe it was the heat. Yeah. Maybe it was the yoga session before. I don't know. We literally, when we walked in and she said that, I literally just and Josh looked at me and he was like, and we were like, oh my God, this is meant to be.
It's a sign.
We came back here and her name's Wayan. Oh my God.
We later found out that like there's only 4 names that you really have in Bali, which is like Wayan, Kata, Mahdi, and something else.
Yeah.
But we're going to forget about that.
Gonna pretend
it was magical.
It was magical. It was so cute. I loved that moment.
It was so nice. And Ubud itself was really cute. We went to like the rice paddy fields, which was really nice. The monkey forest, which was
cool
cute.
little mopeds that are like a Grab. Is it Grab?
A Grab, yeah.
Yeah, like a Uber kind of vibe.
And they come pick you up. And
yeah,
just
it's
sit
so
on the
cute.
side.
Like that's such a good idea. Like to do
It
that.
is.
Yeah.
And then from there, we went to Uluwatu, which was
and
really
that was
cute.
stunning. Like that hotel was like posh,
Magical.
and we got it for such a good
booked it,
price.
yeah.
I was so
we
excited.
Were cheeky bitches.
The only reason we know that is because obviously we know what we paid for it. But then when we went there, I asked to stay an extra night because we were like, this place is amazing. Like, let's stay an extra night. And then she was like, yeah, that'll be like 70 million for a night. Not obviously pounds.
Like, yeah, we'll get it for 5.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, I wonder like how much that is. Like, and it ended up being like, was it like nearly $4,000 for a night? And I was
for
like,
a night, and we're like,
never mind.
We'll just
but
sleep on the beach.
We literally paid for 2 nights, like not even a third of that. Like
a lot less.
Yeah,
than we got it for so cheap because we booked it so long.
So I wasn't expecting that, but it was stunning. That beach was amazing.
It's like these hotels like on these cliffs, and it almost reminds you of like what Greek.
Yeah, it's
like
Santorini vibes.
And you get little like what are they called? Not like tuk-tuks. Like golf cart kind of things that like take you all around.
And then Jimbaran was cute because that's when we did the fish market on the beach. Or we went to the fish market that everyone says to go to, and it stunk. It was worse than Josh's bed. It was awful.
You fucking bitch.
No, but it was really, it was horrible, wasn't it? And like we literally walked in and we were like, I can't eat this. Like, there's no way I can pick a fish to eat from here.
It's enclosed.
Yeah.
And like, it's not like an open fish market. Like, it's about 35 degrees.
Yeah.
Sunset at 35 degrees.
Yeah.
I know that's not too hot for some people, but for us, it was hot. And then we went to go in, and I was like, I'll throw up. I was like, you guys can go in if you want. I was like, but I physically know that I cannot go in.
Absolutely not.
And then
But we went to a restaurant that had fish, and we sat on the beach, and that was like our last night. That was really, really fucking cute.
And then this bitch started looking at reviews, and it was like, oh, like we got food poisoning, like we were throwing up violently.
That's not my fault.
And we were flying the next day, but you deliberately went on the 1-star reviews just as I was about to order food.
No, not from that place. That's why we chose that place.
No, it was from that one because we were all debating whether to.
Yeah, I know, no, but it wasn't. All the restaurants there, I was typing their name into Google to look at the reviews of each restaurant.
Oh, okay.
And that was the one that had the least like bad reviews, but it did have some that said food. But you're gonna get food poisoning at some point. Like, it's fish. Like, you might be unlucky.
I feel like I got a parasite.
No, you didn't.
I feel like I did because my stomach has not
You
been
shit
the same
like that
since
all
Bali.
the time. No, it's the same. You just don't want to admit it. You're like, oh, my stomach. I'm like, you've always been like that. Bali, right, leads me on to this next thing because obviously we go away as a couple and we go away with like family and friends and things like that, blah, 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 blah. It's obviously different dynamics. So we went away with my sister and friend there, and you know, it just changes up the dynamic a little bit. It's a bit more like fun. There's like different flavors. It gives Josh space to like do what he wants and like go to the gym by himself or go and sit on the beach for 5,000 hours reading a book and be undisturbed because I'm entertained by other people. He wouldn't play in the sea with me for that long either, by the way.
I did, bitch.
No, he wouldn't. I had to literally, they all had to share me like a child, and Josh would come into the sea with me and play for half an hour, and then Brad would come and play with me for half an hour, and then Sam was a boss. She came and played with me for like 4 hours. I love how I'm saying she came and played with me like as if I'm actually a child, but she did. Anywho, it made me think about because we had like an argument when we were there, like a discussion argument. Because we don't, I suppose there's still arguments, but when I think of an argument,
they're
think
not
of
like shouting.
Yeah, I feel like we've completely. I mean, we've never really had that, but we've completely like passed that side of things because we know each other too well now. But we had like a little bit of friction, and part of me is like, I want to open this up as well because I feel like a lot of people see us on like Instagram, or they'll see this podcast, or they'll see us like, what's wrong?
Sorry, it just reminds me of like influencers that have like 1 million. They're like, some of you guys may have seen us on Instagram. Some of you guys have been.
You might think we never argue,
but we do. We're just like
just in this episode alone, I've wanted to fucking kill him like 20,000 times. Yeah. So basically, part of me wants to bring this up. Well, there's two things. Bring this up because I feel like people that see us on Instagram, or even people that know us, or people that might watch this, just feel like we don't have that. Like, I know like people think we have a good dynamic and stuff, and hopefully we do, but we do also like hopefully we also do argue, and we do get on each other's nerves, and like we do have, but it's not, I suppose, when I think of other couples particularly straight couples, it's not quite like that. I think there's a lot less commonality with straight couples than with gay couples, personally, on my experience anyway. So there's that. So I wanted to be real and say, like, we argued on that trip, obviously, and we argued, you know, on the way into this. Like, we argue all the time.
We bicker, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I also wanted to mention, like, resolving arguments, because we spoke about it for a little bit in our old podcast, What's the Ish? But no one listened to that. And so I feel like we try not to repeat the topics we had there, but some conversations were really good there, and like we should repeat them. So
100%.
Those two things came to mind, and I was like, we should talk about arguments and resolving arguments. I feel like that's quite a good, healthy discussion for the other people listening, or the other gays out there, to how we resolve arguments. So long time it has taken us to get to a place where we can resolve arguments pretty promptly, and we have much less, definitely much less than we used to, bickers or arguments. I mean, what do you think?
Sometimes it can go into like we're arguing about something, and sometimes it's just like bicker. Well, you do this, and you know what I mean, just sort of like
yeah.
I think like the way I mean, for one, obviously, I know everyone said this like lots of times, but communication, basic, but it is key, 100%.
Oh, we're going to do top tips for resolving.
Top tips.
Okay, tip 1, communication. Structure. Okay, tip 1, communication. Tell me about communication. Why is it important?
Communication is important because you need to kind of communicate.
This is fucking great.
Just like communicate with each other,
just
you
talk.
know. Just
why
talk.
nobody talks anymore?
No, but like communicate in the way of like how you're actually feeling about a certain situation. So, for example, like I might feel in the heat of it and be like, you do this and you do that and da 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 da, and I like might go all of this and like point all the things that you're doing wrong, but really I'm just feeling hurt by one thing that you've done, but I'm not communicating that properly to you. I'm using all the other things and maybe digging you out without actually going
what it is.
Yeah. 100%. So I think it's good, like, me personally, I'm quite good with taking time to think about it.
Yeah, you are.
I mean, sometimes that can go the other way where I just wind myself up, I get really pissed off, and I come back and I'm like, you know what, you're actually fucking prick.
I don't think that happens.
Sometimes it does. It does.
Really?
Where I will start off a little bit pissed off and I'm like, don't talk to me for a sec. But then other times, and then it will get worse. And then sometimes I kind of take the time away, think about it. And then when I come back, I'm like, okay, maybe I overreacted about that.
Right. I think you're very good at that, I'll be honest.
We'll see.
No, I do. I think like we'll see. We'll see.
Wait till we leave here.
No, I think you are. I think you're very like, you come back and you say, I know I overreacted, or I know this happened, but this is how I felt. Like, you're very good at communicating now. Like, it's literally crazy, actually, how like different it is from the beginning.
Yeah.
But I think you're right. Number one, I think communication's good because communicating in general how you truly feel. And I remember we spoke about this in the old podcast, which kind of resonated more back then, but we can still say it now. So, for example, you might see like your partner like comment on a picture, or they like a picture on Instagram, and you've noticed that, but you haven't communicated. That makes you feel uncomfortable because you don't want to come across as jealous, you don't want to come across as blah, 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 whatever. So you don't, and then they burn the pasta, or they don't do the washing or something, and then it's like you're really angry at that, but really the root cause is this, and you didn't want to communicate. So it's actually more important for mutual respect and like mutual understanding. End of the day, everyone in a relationship, understand that you love each other and you don't have to be together. You're choosing to be together. So if you truly love each other, you want to make each other comfortable, happy, love vibes. Yeah. So keep that in the back of your mind whenever there's friction. Always know that you love this person. You want the best for this person. So if someone's saying they're uncomfortable with you liking a picture, following someone, messaging someone, if you truly love someone, just hear them out, support them. And that's the communication side. And then it's about being compassionate, I guess, step 2. Be compassionate.
Yeah.
Don't let the ego rise too much. Just listen. You don't have to agree. It doesn't have to be right. But understanding that actually this is an insecurity of yours. It's coming from a place of hurt from before or now, whatever. I get it. but this is why you don't have to worry about it. And actually, you're my priority. So if it's really affecting that much, then I'm just not going to communicate with this person or like this picture or follow this, whatever. I know it sounds a bit like silly, but I can't think of like proper examples.
Yeah, no, I do get what you mean though.
Until you feel comfortable, until you're
and
reassured.
Compassion as well. I feel like going into that, some people in a relationship, you get so like wound up and you just want your point to be heard and you just almost want to jab and be like, you've hurt me, so now I want to hurt you. Do you know what I mean? Like, I want you to feel like how I felt because of something that you've done.
Yeah.
But like, you probably shouldn't be with that person if you want to actually hurt them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, this is the person
Or work
that
on
you
yourself.
love. Or work on yourself.
Yeah.
Because this is someone that you love. This is someone that you want to spend the rest of your life with. It's not someone that you want to feel shit. Do you know what I mean? Like, I know this is also very cliche to say, but it's about the issue that's going on, not about the person.
Yeah.
So there may be like, you disagree on something or there's something that you're clashing on, but it is about like you tackling that together rather than tackling each other.
Yeah.
So even if that is, taking time to...
And talking about it as like the relationship needs this. Not like you need to do this, I need to do this. Like the relationship needs communication.
Yeah.
Because it's an entity on its own almost. Like the relationship needs compassion. Like, so it doesn't feel like one party needs to be more or do more than the other. Like, it's the relationship. You're both in it. You're equal. Like, you both need to work on it.
Yeah.
As opposed to like, you're shit. And
Yeah.
And I think that is the next step, the third step.
Tip number 3.
Reassure them. What's the big fucking deal? Like, I see this all the time. It's like, oh, like, trust each other, trust. I get it. There should be an element of trust, and there should be lots of trust, and there should be like, you don't need to go through someone's phone. You don't need to whatever. But what's the big deal if your partner wants to go on your phone, or if your partner wants to...
Yeah.
Like, I find that really weird. And you've mentioned something along the lines of like the control aspect. You feel
I think there's definitely a limit with it.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
That you should be open. I understand if you've just started dating someone and they're controlling and they're like, who are you seeing? What are you doing? I need to know exactly that they've got you on like Find My Phone. Like, they know everything of what you're doing, and they're trying to like look through your phone and they're trying to find shit, and it's just like you've never given them a reason to doubt you.
Yeah.
Like, no, like probably cut that off because that's going to be issues in the future. But if you've been with someone for a while, like along like a couple of years, and it's like a healthy relationship, I don't see the issue in having like...
No, I find that really strange.
Password to each other's phones. Like, there's no reason why you shouldn't.
I genuinely think,
unless you're hiding something.
Yeah, I genuinely think anyone that has a problem with it is hiding something.
Yeah.
Genuinely.
Or always feels nervous when you're on their phone or looking over.
I would never think in a million years, if you were on my phone, even if I caught you going through my WhatsApps or caught you going through my Instagram, like, I just wouldn't care. Like, I feel like people that care have something to hide, unless there's something else. Like, if there is something else and I'm like unaware, tell me in any way or form. Tell me, because I'm genuinely interested, because I just feel like that's crazy.
And I feel like if you're open with it, like...
Well, it's obviously, like, again, it comes from love. So if you're checking my WhatsApps because you feel like there's something wrong, I'm checking yours, whatever, and it's silly, but you love that person, like, where they're coming from, they're insecure. It's not about you, it's not about trusting you, it's about them. So it's like, okay, babe, check, but like, there's nothing, like, what do you need to look, or what do you need to know, what you feel, why do you feel
Let's have a conversation about why, why you need to have a look through my phone. Why do you need to check?
What do you feel is happening? I feel this is happening. I think the problem with straight relationships is that men do not have the capacity, emotional capacity, to self-reflect and talk about stuff like that. So I do feel bad for the women in those circumstances, because most men just can't even talk about anything other than football. So I feel like then in that sense, imagine trying to talk to those men, trying to talk to them and be like, I just feel like I just need to check because I'm feeling a little bit irrational about this, and I know I'm irrational. I know I'm overreacting. Trust me, I know I'm overreacting, but I just want to check. No, I'm sorry. Like, find yourself someone who actually can have that conversation. But in general, I would generally just be like, what's up, babe? Like, why do you feel like this? Yeah. So tip number 4, dump him.
Cut a bitch off.
This is resolving arguments, isn't it? So resolution, I would definitely say don't sit on something for too long.
Yeah, have that conversation.
You like space.
Yeah, I like a little bit of time.
So compromise.
A happy medium of that, where it's like, let me chill for a little bit, let me go for a walk, let me play on the PlayStation and read a little bit. read a little bit of my book,
yeah.
and then we can come back and we can have a conversation.
Yeah.
And it kind of always goes the same way. We start it a little bit heated. Well, I think you did this. No, I think you did that. Blah, 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 blah. Back and forth for a little bit. And then it's usually when one of us is like, look, I love you. This is not a big deal.
Yeah.
If I've hurt you, I am really sorry.
Yeah.
Tell me what you need.
Yeah.
Going forward.
Yeah.
And then that usually, I mean, everyone's obviously going to be different.
Yeah.
And that works for us. It might not work for everyone else. But
These are our tips of resolving it. So
exactly.
deal with it.
But if you're vulnerable, I'm vulnerable about something.
It helps.
I feel like it just, like, I don't know, like your guard just gets dropped. Because if you're being vulnerable, like, oh, I just feel like a little bit insecure, like I just felt a little bit like this, like I may be overreacting, but I'm sorry, that's just the way I feel.
Yeah.
If I'm then still going in on you, I'm a fucking prick.
Yeah.
Like if you're being vulnerable and open with me, shut your fucking mouth. But do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, I wouldn't.
I'm thinking even like different moods. Like even yesterday, I was just like, God, I'm being such a bitch. Like, and I'm like aware of it. I'm like, I'm being such a bitch. I don't know why. Like, I'm just in the mood to be moody and bitchy, and I'm just a dick right now, and I don't know why I'm being a dick, and I'm really sorry. And you're actually really reacting well to this, and you're actually being really patient. So I need to stop. Like full on conversation with myself in front of you, rather than you having to tell me. I'm like, chill the fuck out.
Yeah.
And that's so. And I guess like not everyone will have that yin and yang balance of like your ego is so small, like you just don't. It's so weird because like sometimes you care about stuff, but other times like you're so self-confident and secure, like you get it straight away and you don't really care. Like you're just like, okay, whatever. Like he's obviously having his moment. And that really helps. Like you're such a good listener, and your patience is like ridiculous.
That's cute.
Oh my God, your patience is ridiculous. I pray that one day, because my patience is so not. Like, my patience is so slim.
No, I feel like you have patience, but we
no,
both have patience on different things. I think.
Yeah, but your patience is very, very good. And that helps in heated situations because you're very calm and very like chilled and stuff like that. And it makes me naturally calmer because I'm like, well, I can't be angry if he's so chilled. But like it does match. Yeah. So maybe just keep trying to again observe emotions and not react to them in that situation. Fucking difficult as hell. But if you can at least catch a glimpse of that, if you can just remind yourself a little bit of that, it does loosen it up. And I'm like, oh, I'm angry. I'm actually reacting to my anger, not to you. And so I need to take a minute. But don't take too long because then you wind yourself back up. And then
you just get pissed off and you hate each other again.
Whatever you need, but I personally would never recommend a day. I would always recommend in the
by
same
the evening,
day.
like sort it out.
Sort it out in the same day.
Unless it's something really big where you really need the night to sleep and it's late and you're like, we're just going around in circles.
Yeah, or if it's like a really big thing like cheating or like something really,
of
then
course,
take your time. Yeah, for sure.
For general bullshitty things, which everyone kind of goes through. Yeah.
True.
So those are our top tips.
Yeah, I think they were good tips. I can't remember.
I hope you don't break up loads of relationships through that.
No, these are good things. Just remember you love each other. I think that's the one thing I tell my friends as well. I'm just like, just remember you're together because you love each other and you want each other to feel good. Like that is why you're together. Like
exactly.
Remember that. Like you loved them. You're my pudding.
I love you.
You're disgusting.
So I saw something really funny the other day.
Okay.
On TikTok. And it was like, I might start using this. I mean, there's no one really that I'd use them about at my work, but in previous jobs, definitely. It's nicknames for co-workers, which are like coded, so they don't know that you're talking about them. So the first one is, you have to guess it.
Okay.
Kit Kat.
Yeah, taking breaks, taking a lot of breaks. Yeah. That's fun.
Justin.
Bieber.
Gotta keep it up.
Justin. Oh, just in. Like you're late all the time?
Does just enough to not get fired. Right? The delay there, I was like, is it not funny?
Yeah, no, I didn't get it. Just enough.
Just enough not to get fired.
Okay.
Birthday cake.
If someone's a birthday cake, they're sparkly and colourful. They get blown a lot.
Oh.
I don't know, actually. I don't really know.
Because everyone got a piece.
That is what we were saying. Oh
yeah,
God,
I didn't think that.
Hussy.
This one's so good because I feel like this applies for so many people.
I thought you were going to say to me. This applies to you.
Motion light.
Oh my God, I got it. It's basically like when the manager walks past or something, and so then you're working. Yeah.
E.T.
E.T.
Think of the movie E.T.
Yeah, I was just thinking.
What does
Oh,
he
they're going home all the time.
just want to go home?
That's me.
Yeah,
That's
you
me.
are E.T.
Yeah.
Oh, bless. Lantern.
Is that you? Is that what you say, oh bless?
You fucking bitch.
I don't know what it
If
means.
you find out what this is.
Lantern is someone who's beautiful on the outside and not so much on the inside.
Lantern, not very bright and has to be carried.
Oh, that is
Maybe
not.
that is
No,
me.
that is not you. But that's
Blister.
cute. Someone that's jarring.
So
Someone that's
jarring,
jarring. A blister. I don't know. Someone that if you rub the wrong way, they're gonna burst at you, blow up at you. I don't know. That was a good one though.
Always shows up when the work is done.
Why is that a blister though?
Because a blister, like you have to
Oh,
burn.
it shows up after your.
Yeah. And that's all of them.
Oh, that was fun.
Yeah.
That was good.
Thank you guys for listening. We hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you again next Monday.
Bye.